Hey, Bourbon family, welcome back to Whiskey Phoenix, where smooth is optional and fire is mandatory. Happy New Year, Bourbon family. I hope you guys were safe. I hope if you were out and about and partaking that you used a designated driver or an Uber or a taxi or a cab, wherever you may have been. But I hope you made it home safely so that we can kick off this new year in 2026. It always seems so weird to say whatever the next year is. I stayed home outside of going out to dinner with family. We all just came back to my brother's house and we all just hung out here. So I was just surrounded by family, my kids, their partners. So it was a really nice, laid back New Year's Eve. And to be honest, I wasn't really in a super celebratory New Year's Eve mood, so to speak, like I have been in the past. A lot of you that have been here for a little while know 2025 was a year I'm very happy to put behind me. But anyway, what I wanted to come on here today and discuss is that I'm gonna have a few changes coming up here with some of my content. I have officially created my own rating scale. And it's really just going to stay. I decided not to do like 1 to 10. So I decided to do it like a 1 to 5. And I'll post in the comments so you guys can see a larger picture of it, because I don't know how large I can make it when I edit this video. But the rating scale's going to obviously be Phoenix themed. I mean, why wouldn't it be, right? So this is what I've come up with. We'll call it level 1 is ash, no life. Just level 2 is like an ember, or it's barely alive. It's just meh. Level 3, I'm going to call flame, which is a solid, dependable pour, one that's, one that I really, really like, so to speak. In order to be ranked level 4 at the Phoenix level, it has to be bold and memorable. Now, to me, when I think of that category, that is, some of the ones that I've had in 2025 that would fall into that category. Maybe like those HMs, so to speak. And then the final level 5 is the Phoenix Ascended, which is elite, benchmark, pour. Those are the ones that are going to be, probably like in my top 10s, the Penelope, Havana, the Disco 13 from Bardstown, things along that line. Think about that. So that will be my new rating scale for 2026. I was looking over my collection, and thanks to my brother, and some that I just, purposely did not open, it looks like I'm going to be able to get some bourbon reviews. They won't be daily right now, but I have a pretty decent collection after I put it all on my little spreadsheet. I think I've got like 17 that I can go over with you guys. So I'm excited to get back into those a little bit. The other thing I think I'm really going to try and focus on this year is last year's spreadsheet and everything I kept track of was just all on one tab. And I think this year I really want to try and see if I can't at least maybe get, something where I can do like my top 5 ryes of 2026, my wheateds, whatever it may be. So I'm going to really try and break it down where it's just not this one huge spreadsheet that I have to, constantly be looking at, and really try and, start categorizing anything that doesn't fall into that Kentucky straight bourbon or bourbon whiskey, anything like that. And I think that'll really help me more along the way, because it's one of the lessons learned from this year is I took all those notes and I did all those tastings, and some of them were way back in the beginning of 2025. And it's just fam, I have to reach it behind me. This brain don't remember anything. So I'm going to try and be a little more focused and diligent in the way that I keep track of everything this year. We'll have to see what the bourbon review videos go into. I know they get really long. A lot of people don't want to watch, 8-10 minute video, but I don't know that I want to leave any parts of it out, like the history. I'll just have to see what I can play around with to see if there's a way for me to edit it. Because I know if I record on my phone, I can pause, do whatever, unpause it. But then there's all these blips along the way in the video because I've messed around with it. So we'll see what the bourbon reviews evolve into for 2026. I'm still kind of playing that through my head. But the biggest thing is, just wanted to hop on here today. Wish you a happy new year. Glad you all are safe. Look forward to spending 2026 with you. And just to also, say once again, thank you all so much for your support. The likes, the follows, the comments, the interactions. It really means a lot to me to really come into this bourbon community towards the end, the last quarter of 2025, and, be so accepted with open arms. I love you all for that. It means a lot to me. So if you are partaking on this New Year's Day, fam, as always, please drink responsibly. And remember, stay sharp, stay burning, rise again, and I'll see you in the next one.